Okay, hello, good day everyone. My name is Anissa Salsabila from CG004. I would like to talk about semantic roles in the song lyrics, What It Sounds Like by HUNTR from the movie K-pop Demon Hunter. So the first part is the introduction. Semantic is a study of meaning in language. So one of the main things that semantic looks at is how meaning comes from the way words and sentences structure work together and in daily life. What a sentence means isn't just about the words we use, it also depends on the role of each part of the sentence play. So semantic roles explain how sentence part contribute to meaning, like the agent or the doer of an action, like team as the entity of the word of entity affected, or the experience or the one who feels and etc. Uh, this analysis focus on the song What It Sounds Like using semantic role theory. So song lyrics are one of the most emotional experience ways that people can communicate with. While this song, What It Sounds Like by HUNTR from K-pop Demon Hunter, is full of powerful feelings that can be explored using semantic roles theory. It talks about things like inner struggles, honesty, pain, and healing, while all delivered through meaningful and well-crafted lines. Okay, so the next part is the purpose of study. So I will analyze 15 lines from the song using semantic role theory. The second purpose is to identify role like agent, team, experience, goal, and location. While the third is to show how emotional meaning is shaped through lyric structure. Sorry. Next, we go to the next part, which is theories from experts. So Kruger said that semantic roles show how elements relate to the verb. So these roles explain how different elements in sentences participate in the action or state described by the verb. Common semantic roles include agent as the doer of an action, team, the entity affected or moved, 3. Experiencer, the one who feels or perceive. There is instrument, the means of which an action is performed. Then there's goal or recipient, or the endpoint or the receiver of the action, and then there's location where the action occurs. Fillmore said that Fillmore from Case Grammar and Semantic Frames explained that every verb brings along a semantic frame that expects some roles to be filled, like agent, experiencer, instrument, goal, or location. While Said uh, uh, said that meaning beyond syntax. So he analyzed sentences through these roles, allow linguists to understand how meaning is structured beyond surface syntax. Next is Palmer, that roles independence of grammar, emphasize that semantic roles offer a way to examine the relationship between parts of the sentence independent of their syntactic structure. The last one is Yule, which distinguishing grammatical versus semantic roles. So semantic roles help us see the difference between how a word works in grammar and what it actually means in a sentence. For example, just because something is the subject doesn't mean that the subject is the one that doing action. So by looking at the roles of each part plays, we get a better understanding of how meaning is really built beneath the surface of the sentences. Okay, next is the analysis. So I use qualitative descriptive method using the framework of semantic role labeling or thematic role analysis. Uh, this method focuses on identifying the semantic roles that participants like nouns, pronouns, or phrase play within each sentence of the song lyrics. So I have 15 example. So I have this table that the lyrics, the semantic role, and the emotional meaning. So the first lyric is "My lives all collided," which is my life as a theme. It has no explicit agent. While the emotional meaning of this lyric is actually inner chaos and guilt overwhelming the speaker. The next part is "I broke into a million pieces," with I as the agent on slash theme, while "into million pieces" as the result. It describes emotional breakdown, self-destruct, and vulnerability. The third lyric is "I can't go back," which I is the agent and back is the goal. So this lyrics speaks about regret, the impossibility of returning to a former self or place. The next one is "Now I'm seeing all the beauty in the broken glass," which I as the experiencer, beauty as the theme, and broken glass as the location. So healing, the emotional meaning of this is healing, finding value in past pain or trauma. The next one is "Why did I cover up the colors stuck inside my head," which is I as the experiencer, colors as the theme, and inside my head is the location. Which is internal repression, hiding through feelings or thoughts. And the next lyric is "I should have let the jagged edges meet the light instead," which is once again I is the agent, jagged edges is the theme, and the light is the goal. The emotional meaning of this lyric is actually missed chance for healing, reluctance to expose wounds. While the next lyrics is "Show me what's underneath," as the you that implied you as the agent, me as the recipient, and what's underneath as the theme. So it means request for honesty and emotional intimacy. And the next one is "I'll find your harmony," which is I is the agent and your harmony is the theme. It is desire for connection and emotional alignment with another. The next is "The song we couldn't write, this is what it sounds like." So the song is the theme, we as the agent, and this as the result or reference. The emotional meaning of this is fulfillment of what was left unsaid, realization through expression. The next is "We're shattering the silence," means we as the agent and the silence as a theme. The emotional meaning of this is breaking free from repression, reclaiming voice. While the next lyrics is "We're rising divine," means we as the agent or an experiencer, while divine as the manner. It shows that empowerment, emotional uprising, and resilient. The next is "You're not alone," you as the experiencer, and not alone as the state. The emotional meaning of this is reassurance, comfort, and emotional support. Next is "We listen to the demons," with we as the agent, while the demons as the theme or stimulus. It means acknowledgement of fear and inner darkness. And then "We let them get between us," we as the agent, them as the theme, and between us as the location or goal, means letting conflict create distance and emotional separation. And the last one is "So we were cowards, so we were liars," we as the experiencer or theme, while cowards and liars as identity or state. It means admission of flaws, emotional honesty, and reflection. Okay, well, the next part is findings. So the first is most of the lyrics contain agent and theme structure, where the speaker either performs an action or is affected by it. The next is experience and theme constructions, where some lines shows the speaker as the experiencer, perceiving or feeling something rather than taking action. The third one is use of goal and location roles. The lyrics frequently include goals or location that are metaphorical rather than physical. So phrases like back, inside my head, and between us serve as destinations or states tied to emotional meaning. Four is presence of imperative and implicit roles, which some sentences, such as show me what's underneath, use imperative mood and imply agents or recipient without naming them explicitly. The last is actually metaphorical themes. So the song use abstract or metaphorical themes such as demons, edges, glass, and silence, reinforcing the emotional psychological tone of the lyrics. So the next part is discussion. Dual roles reflect emotional complexity. So many of the lyrics shows that the subject acting both as the doer and the one affected, such as in I broke into a million pieces, where I is both the agent and the theme. So these constructions reflect internal conflict and vulnerability, showing how language can carry both power and pain in the same voice. The next part is semantic roles reveal meaning beyond grammar. So lines like now I'm seeing all the beauty in the broken glass focus more on perception than physical action. In this case, this subject I is an experiencer, perceiving a theme as a symbolic location. So semantic role theory helps explain how emotional states like self-reflected or realization can be encoded clearly, even in non-complex sentence form. The next part is metaphorical themes express inner struggle and healing. So phrases like the demons or broken glass or jagged edges are not meant to be taken literally. They represent emotional wounds, trauma, or suppressed thoughts. Semantic role theory still applies here, treating these elements as a theme that carries symbolic meaning. The next one is the lyric follows semantic logic even if it in poetic forms. So even when the lyrics are poetic or fragmented, like I can't go back or show me what's underneath, the sentence structure maintains clear semantic roles. For example, I as the agent, back is the goal. And in the imperative word you, which is the narrator implies, becomes the agent acting upon me as the recipient. This shows that semantic logic underlines lyrical expressions, no matter how abstract the wording may be. Okay, so we've come to the last slide, which is the conclusion that semantic roles help explain how meaning is emotionally conveyed. Semantic roles theory doesn't just tell us who does what in a sentence. It also helps reveal how emotions are communicated. So in this song, what it sounds like, many lines reflect pain, regret, hope, and healing. And by identifying roles like experiencer or theme, we can understand how certain words carry emotional weight. For example, when the subject is both the doer and the one affected, it reflects inner conflict or vulnerability. This shows how semantic roles add a deeper layer to the emotional meaning of a sentence. The next is lyrics use clear role patterns like agent, theme, experiencer, goal, and location. So even though the lyrics are poetic and expressive, they still follow consistent role patterns. And throughout the 15 lines that I analyze, roles like agent or the doer, team or what's affected, experiencer or the one feeling, goal as the endpoint, and location where it happens appear again and again. These patterns help make sense of the story and emotions being told, even when the grammar is more artistic or abstract. It proves that emotional expression still relies on clear underlying structure. Even poetic language has structured semantic meaning. So, lyrics often uh, have grammar and play with imagery, but that doesn't mean they're random. Poetic language still follows semantic rules. The verbs used still expect certain roles, and the emotional content still fits into recognizable patterns. For example, even metaphors like I broke into a million pieces clearly reflect Asian theme and result. This shows that beneath the poetry, there's a structure and semantic role theory helps us see it. And I think that is everything from uh, semantic role in the song lyrics, what it sounds like. Thank you for listening and bye.